Good evening, everyone. Hello. Axşamı is here. Very happy to see many familiar places, and thank you very much for making it tonight. Günel and I have prepared, we hope, an interesting program for you tonight, which will span from Western Baroque to Eastern folk music. And we would like to start from Johann Sebastian Bach Sonata Number 4, Adagio and Allegro. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for being here today. I'm going to speak a little bit about what I'm going to perform for you at the moment. So we decided with Sabina to start the concert with Bach. I specialize in the music of Bach and play a lot of his music, record, improvise, recompose, ornament, all of that. And I thought it will be a lot of fun to take you on a journey with me today. So a few years ago, apart from performing the music of Bach, I decided to experiment with it and start introducing elements of the East, especially music of Azerbaijan and Mugham, and create a project which I call Bach Mugham. So this project won a grant from Help Musicians UK in 2023, and next year is going to be part of my debut album. And I thought I should play to you the first part of Bach Mugham, which is based on the second movement of his Italian concerto, one of my favorites, together with the Mugham Shiraz and a lot of sprinkles of ornaments from the East. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.
edition of Bach with a Azeri twist. Before we continue with the program, I'd like to say a few words why we're here today. You probably read from the program notes that this concert is a dedication to our great friend, great personality, and great person from Azerbaijan, Humay Quliyevanın. And this is organized in connection with the foundation Huma Quşu. I have personally known Humay for many years, and I will say a few words later. But this venue is not a surprise choice. Apparently, the World Heartbeat is also a charity. It's a charity for musicians, and we are happy today to have the CEO of the charity with us, James Jarrell, who would like to say a few words about this fantastic venue and fantastic initiative. Can we please have James?
Well, welcome to World Heartbeat, MC Gardens. I was just asked a few minutes ago to say something, so I haven't prepared anything. But I thought I'd let you know about World Heartbeat and about this beautiful building that I had a beautiful opportunity to spearhead and build, as well as all the headaches that went with it. But behind this beautiful building lay a charity which we founded about 12, 13 years ago in a warehouse a few miles down the road. And my sister and I, we put our grandfather's piano in the middle of this warehouse, which the windows don't shut and there's no heating. And we opened the doors, and children just kept on pouring in until we had so many children. They were actually learning in the bathrooms, and they were learning in the kitchen. And the kitchen's really small. It's about half the size of this piano. It's actually probably a quarter of this size of the piano. So we were really stretched for space. And then we had the opportunity to expand, and we found this building, and we ended up building a beautiful concert venue. And the idea was to have everything, the perfect acoustics, build from the acoustics, and then branch down, mainly to give our children a fantastic opportunity to feel and experience a wonderful concert venue, but also to invite a new community. And I was just reading about this wonderful charity, and actually I can't believe how much we are both aligned. We deal with about 400 kids. A lot of them are really hard to reach. They have a lot of turbulence in their life. And we give them music lessons, and some of them come for 20 hours a week, and the majority of them stay for around 7 or 8 years, and lots end up in conservatoires, and they perform also in various places nationally and internationally as a result of all the effort. But Sahana, who's my sister, and myself, is really interesting because we came from very much, our upbringing was Eastern and Western roots. So again, there was a lot of alignment here. And if you see in the passageways upstairs, you'll see lots of artwork with lots of birds. And I was just looking at one of the things on your website, and it said what matters is to have a strong roots and wings to fly at the same time. So even more synergies. But there's definitely a big synergy between the two charities, and obviously we'd like to keep the connection going. And yeah, World Heartbeat, what you see here is really just a second home for lots of young people. And we have recording studios in John Day. We record beautiful artists, and lots of lessons go on. So thank you very much, and welcome to World Heartbeat MC Gardens.
We will continue with an Azerbaijani composer, one of the best known Azerbaijani composer, Kara Karayev, who was very much interested in Baroque music as well. So one of the pieces he wrote is a sonata for violin and piano, is a typical Baroque structure, so we thought it would be appropriate to bring up a couple of movements from the sonata. We're going to play pastoral and fantasy, 2 movements. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And now I'm going to play some solo, but not Bach. I'm going to play for you Mozart. And I'm going to play for you Mozart Turkish March, but with a twist, because once I started with Bach, obviously, I cannot now go back and not do anything with other composers. So a few years ago, I met my mentor, Robert Levin, who taught me how to embellish Mozart in the style of Mozart, because that's what Mozart, Beethoven, Bach, and many others did back in the day. They expected professional musicians to play the repeats with their own, notes and so on. So I took it a little bit further, and I thought, well, if it's a Turkish march, then we need to do something with it that is original and hasn't been done before. So I thought I will take the folk dance Nalbeki, Azerbaijani dance, mix it together with Turkish march, and then also embellish all the passages in the style of Mozart with a bit of jazz and then a bit of everything. So it's going to be a fantasy that I hope works out. Enjoy it. Thank you.
sad. I want to think about it as a celebration of Humay's life. Humay was more than life, and Humay loved music, Humay loved fun, Humay loved poetry, and also Humay loved different languages and different cultures. So we brought together a program which included pieces from the languages that she spoke. But before we get on with that, I would like to say something personal. I met Humay back in New York when she was studying at the Columbia University. I came there to play a concert, and there she was at the concert. And after the concert, she asked if she could meet me separately. So I met with her a couple of days later, sitting in a little nice cafe on the corner of Broadway and 76th Street, I think. And I just couldn't believe this little treasure that I met. We had so much to share. I couldn't believe that she knew so much about culture, so much about music. She wasn't a musician, but she knew very well Azeri culture. She knew very well Western culture. She wrote poetry. She read millions of books, and it was a real revelation. So after that, we stayed in touch over messengers, emails, and occasionally met either in Baku when we were there at the same time, or in New York. And a few years ago, I had a son, and when I announced it to my friends, she got one of the first ones. She got back to me and said, "You know what? Your son and I are sharing the same birthday." So it was another thing that connected me to her, and I thought it would be appropriate now, a bit emotional, I'm sorry, a bit appropriate to play something with my son tonight. And I would like to invite now on stage Aston Rafik, who will play with me a couple of pieces. We would like to get to the last section of our official program, and I would like to say a few words about the foundation itself. For the last 4 years, the work of the foundation has been helping young children, help to educate them, and help young Azeri. Yeah, do we have slides? Yes. Helping students, helping children to continue their studies, and I think this is very much continuing Humay's legacy. Foundation regularly sponsors students and for further education, and we are very lucky tonight to have the president of the Huma Quşu Foundation and also Humay's moms in the audience. Shahla Hanım, could you please come, and if you would like to say a few words, we'll be happy to see you. Thank you very much for that. Thank you for everyone for coming and for being with us tonight.
Good evening, dear friends. I would like to express my deepest gratitude to all of you for coming tonight and for supporting Humay Quşu Fund. Today is a very special evening because sometimes it feels like many values that once mattered have lost their meaning, that nothing holds its importance anymore. Yet, despite it, we still witness acts of true friendship, big love, respect, and high humanity, the very qualities that inspired my friends to organize this wonderful evening, wonderful concert. Thank you so much, dear Səbinə Rakçeyeva, Tural Valiyev, Khatira Morrison, Agasi Guliyev. Thank you, dear Səbinə Rakçeyeva and Günel Mirzəyeva, for such a beautiful performance. Thank you all.
The program with improvisation on traditional Azerbaijani music. And again, coming back to Bach, I will play my pieces and then the next turn.